Bob's Breakfast.
It's Graham Mack and Amy Stevenson and Adam Carter. How are you, Adam?
Good.
Adam's 10. He runs a rival radio station in his bedroom. And who's this? This who you brought in as a special guest?
My sister.
Is your sister? What's her name?
Emma.
Hello, Emma. How you going?
Hey, I'm good.
Okay, and how old are you?
13.
Oh, so
on Saturday.
You're as old... Oh, 13 on Saturday. Well, happy birthday for Saturday.
Thanks.
So what kind of brother is Adam?
He's good, but he can be a bit annoying.
Can he? Is his radio station any good?
I haven't really heard it because it's upstairs, and normally I'm downstairs.
Right. What's the deal, Adam? Isn't she in your target demographic?
Doesn't know
who's it aimed
Adam,
at?
a demographic is people that you want to talk to. He's
Yes.
only 10, Graham.
So
Give him a
it's not
chance.
really the radio station for Emma.
No.
Okay.
Well,
So-
I'm just practicing.
Oh, okay.
So and you're here to learn whatever you can.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there is one thing that you have to learn is that when you're on the radio, you're still a human being, and as humans, we have certain bodily functions that we have to, cope with. A lot of them are noisy, and so if you feel yourself going to make one of these involuntary noises, you have to quickly turn the microphone off. So if you do, just wave your hand at me, and I'll make sure that we don't hear it. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Right. So Emma, when Adam's doing this radio station thing, what are you doing? Where are you?
I'm normally in the kitchen baking something.
Oh, you're a baker. You like to bake.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's your favourite thing to bake then?
Cupcakes, cookies.
Well, that sounds pretty good. That's Adam. I told you to wave your hand. When you got dumped, Keith. When did it happen to you?
January the 16th this year, big time.
Oh, not that it's affected you, but you know the exact date.
Well, if you came home and found out someone sold your car for no reason, you'd be a bit lonely.
Oh my goodness! Kind of car was it?
Volvo XC90.
She just sold it,
Yeah.
and that's how you found out.
Yes.
So talk me through it. You get home, the car's missing.
Well, she sent me a text saying, when you come home tonight, take your immediate things and go, you can't stay here no more. And I come home and she'd sold the car.
Oh my goodness! And what was this? Had you misbehaved?
No, not at all.
What was the deal? What's up with her?
So, I don't know, mate. She asked me some money just before Christmas and I refused to give it to her, so obviously she needed money desperately, and that was it, I think.
Wow.
I sold my car.
And how are you coping now? You bouncing back?
Well, the solicitor, I've got a legal entitlement notice slapped on the car. I know exactly where the car is. I'm just going through the court process of getting it back from the car dealer. She's not allowed to sell it or transfer it.
Oh,
and then he'll have to go back and get his money from her. So,
Keith,
that's about it, mate.
good luck with it all.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks
Right.
for sharing.
Right,
Goodness me!
Bob's Breakfast with the Great British Sculpture Show at Hatfield House.
Survey out today from Hotels.com talks about things that Brits will do on holiday but wouldn't do at home. Kelly, what would you do on holiday but not at home?
Go topless.
You go topless on holiday, you wouldn't do it at home?
Yeah, it'd be a bit strange in Asda, wouldn't it?
Now, do you have to be out the country or just at a holiday resort?
Oh, definitely out of the country.
Oh, you wouldn't
can't
do
do
it-
it at Blackpool.
Right, so you wouldn't do it at a British beach?
But even on holiday, it's kind of, you have to do it. As a girl, you feel pressured to do it, because everyone else is doing it. So you think, right, what the heck, I'm doing it too. It still feels a little bit weird. I mean, for instance, I went to Egypt a couple of years ago, and everyone was, half naked, and I thought, no, I'm going to get them out as well and get them brown. And I remember a holiday rep coming over and speaking to me whilst I was topless. But it was so awkward.
Oh, were these men or women?
Men.
No, I'm
But
sorry.
obviously-
A man cannot have an intelligent conversation with a topless woman. It's
Well, I suppose
impossible.
If you kind of live out there, it's just the norm, isn't it? You're just so used to seeing women topless. I suppose you become desensitised to it. But I mean, yeah, it is very weird. I remember falling asleep whilst I was out there, and where we used to sunbathe in the evening, they used to turn it into the restaurant. But I fell asleep, and the people that I was with had gone in, thinking, "Oh, Kelly's asleep; she'll be in soon." They didn't. I think I woke up about 7 o'clock as they were setting up for the restaurant, with people all getting their drinks for dinner and everything, and I'm lying there,
Topless.
proud as punch.
This is Bob.
That's the latest from the Bob FM newsroom. More at 6:30.
Thanks a lot, Chris. Well, you had some problems at Checkpoint Charlie this morning.
Ah, certainly did. They love their yellow tabards.
But we're talking about Old Nebworth because of the sonosphere. I mean, we're basically in the grounds of the festival.
Yeah, pretty
by
much.
accident.
Yeah.
Bob FM is in the grounds of Nebworth House, and of course, there are so many road restrictions and all kinds of things because they don't want anybody stealing the festival, I think. I don't know what the reasoning is. But up here, Old Nebworth Lane, there are a couple of bods there in yellow tabards.
Well, I've got a bone to pick with you about that.
Well, what happened? Just tell me what happened.
Right, I was driving round the corner, come to a roadblock where there's two guys in yellow tabards. One of them steps out in front of the car, so I can't go any further without running him over. So, doing the decent thing, I do stop and sort of say, look, I work at the radio station down the road, just let me through. No, sorry, can't do that, mate. Can't do it at all. Well, it's not been a problem for the last 4 years. No. Have you got a pass? Well, no. Nobody's given a pass. Well, can't let you down then. And he wouldn't shift from the front of the car. I was there for about 10 minutes arguing with this guy that I worked at the end of the road. I said to him, look, get in the car with me. I'll drive you down there, show you where I work. I'll even go in the building and then drive you back again. No, sorry, can't leave my post. I thought, flipping heck. Anyway, they called the boss, head of security, who then just said to them, oh, just let him down. Unbelievable. But all this came about is because somebody in a low-slung sports car put their foot down and raced past them.
Yeah, well, you see, I came up Old Nebworth and I saw these guys sitting on these, what looked like school chairs, I don't know. And as I approached them, they both got out of their chairs and I thought, here we go.
Yeah.
So I slowed down, stuck it in second gear, wound down the window. As I slowed down, they walked up to the window, and as they got to the window, I just went, morning, and hit the accelerator, straight through. Stop the show.
What's happening?
We have a radio emergency. If we're going to get on, the three of us here, we've got to work out some consensus over Twitter and the photographs. Now, yesterday, I posted a perfectly nice selfie of me and Amy. Did you see it, Chris Hubbard?
I did.
Yeah, it was a nice picture.
Yeah,
It was awful. It was
looked
awful.
all right.
No, it didn't.
What's the problem?
What can you possibly think was okay about that? It was 6:30 in the morning. My mate, and it was no makeup. All these no makeup selfies I don't do. Double chin. There's got to be rules about photographs here.
People
You've got
understand
bags
that,
under
though,
your eyes.
don't they? First thing in the morning, you're not going to look your best.
Hey, right, so, you're digging a hole, mate. You don't say to a girl, that's what you look like.
So you're agreeing
the
with me
camera
that
doesn't lie.
It's rubbish.
Well, no, I'm just, from your point of view, I'm just trying to justify the fact that all these things that you're coming up with...
Digging a hole?
Yeah.
No.
All right, so what are we going to... So do you need approval now of the photos, of the selfies, if you're in them?
Yeah, we all need approval. Definitely need approval.
Right. Well, that brings me down to the main issue then. This morning, I was shocked. And you were shocked as well, Amy, when you saw this. The Twitter picture, Bob FM, has changed. So,
the first one wasn't
Bob
great.
FM UK. That's how you follow us on Twitter.
Yes,
Bob FM UK. I clicked on there minutes ago and went, what's going on here? and the picture has changed. It's the picture of us in the cafe down the road.
I've just had a look. It's shocking.
Now, my first thought was, the boss, Brett, what's he thinking? He's normally pretty good at this kind of thing, but does he like this picture, whatever? Turns out, so we asked Chris Hubbard, so, Chris, have you seen the picture? And you went, yeah, what's up with it? You put it on there.
Of course I put it on. I've been experimenting around with these pictures
Don't
each day.
experiment with photos.
Well, you'll notice
What made you think that was a good picture?
Well, it's got all three of us on. We look like we're having a nice
Graham
time.
looks really annoyed, and he's looking at me like, oh God, she's talking again.
But I'm in profile. It looks like I've got the biggest nose for a start. You're drinking out of coffee cups and I'm drinking a tin of Coke like it's some act of rebellion.
And my neck looks like it's attached to my chin.
And then in the background we've got, what is that, a pie warmer or something?
It makes us look like we're people, real down there with.
That's not. I mean, we look like the losers on The Apprentice.
This is Bob FM.
We're talking about dates from hell this morning. You been on one, Kerry?
Not me.
Oh, that's good.
I know. I'm doing all right, aren't I, so far?
They reckon everybody goes on a date that they wish they hadn't gone on at least once in their life. So unfortunately, Kerry, if that hasn't happened to you, you were that date.
Oh my God, yes. Oh no.
This is Bob.
Phobias. What's yours, Amy?
I have a fear of touching towels with dry hands.
Touching towels with dry hands?
Yes, so I can dry my hands when they're wet,
Uh-huh.
but I can't touch towels when my hands are dry, so I can't put them away out the tumble dryer or anything like that.
So what do you do? Get a forklift truck or something?
No, I get my husband to do it.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And what is it about touching towels you don't like?
It's the feel of it. It freaks me out, and if someone puts a towel near me, I kind of run away.
So what difference does it make if they're wet?
It feels different. I don't know, it's just, yeah, it's weird.
Okay, so you get out the shower and you're wet, so you grab a towel and that's fine. But after a while, when the towel has dried you, then you're dry, then what happens?
I leave the tap running so I can keep wetting my hands, and then I can dry myself properly.
So you have to dry yourself with wet hands?
Yes.
To hold the towel?
Yes.
What a nightmare!
Yeah, it is. I don't know where I got this fear from either. It just kind of gradually happened over time.
Have you ever sought professional help and, you know?
Well, I saw a counsellor for other things, and they kind of just laughed at me when I said about it.
Oh,
so
that's
no.
nice. Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice. So you don't even know the name of this phobia?
No.
A fear of touching towels with wet hands. That's quite specific.
Yeah.
Bob's Breakfast with the Great British Sculpture Show at Hatfield House.
Your date from hell story. What's happened to you? Hayley.
I've done some internet dating.
Yes.
And the two that stand out the most is one person dealt some drugs on a date.
He dealt what? He tried to deal them to you, or he was doing them on the side?
He was doing them on the side to someone else.
Goodness me, how did you know what was going on?
Because I was in the car with him, and he went round to someone's house and came back with some money.
Oh, right, yeah, that's a dead giveaway. How did you get out of that date?
Quickly.
Okay, and what was the other date from hell?
The other one was someone that was using pictures that weren't him.
Oh, he was in... His internet profile was... Who were they?
They were someone that his girlfriend had left him for.
Well, at least he's admitting that she'd upgraded.
Very much so.
And how different did he look?
Completely different.
Bob's Breakfast with the Great British Sculpture Show at Hatfield House.
We're talking about phobias this morning. What's yours, Sarah?
Orange peel.
Orange peel? What's wrong with it?
Oh, it just feels disgusting on your hands. It's really... When I was at boarding school, I used to actually pay people to peel my oranges because we had to eat our oranges. And I used to pay people out of my tuck box so that I didn't have to touch the orange peel.
And how much did peeling an orange go for?
I can't even remember. Probably a chocolate bar.
And has this always been a problem for you?
I don't remember when it started. Even now, I love oranges, but I have to get the kids to peel them for me. It's like, peel a grape for your mother. It's like peel an orange for mum.
Now, is it the outside?
No, I can touch. If I'm putting some oranges in the fruit bowl, I don't mind the outside.
Right.
It's that white bit in the middle.
Okay. You don't like taking the piss?
No.
This is Bob.
Chris Hubbard, how's your news?
New research this morning backing the 5-a-day target for fruit and veg.
No one eats 5 a day. No one can eat 5 portions of fruit and veg a day. If you were doing that, you'd be sitting on a toilet.
Well, now researchers are saying
nobody eats 5 a day.
Eating more.
Monkeys eat 5 a day. That's all. I'm sorry,
That's true,
but it's just rubbish. No one eats 5. The people who say you should eat 5 a day don't eat 5 a day.
Would you remember a couple of months ago they were saying we should eat 7 or even 10 portions a day?
Oh, just say 20, because whatever they say, we're not going to do it anyway. Any more than 1, we're not going to do. Just when you think, okay, I've got it, then they sting you because you go, well, chips are potatoes. Oh, no, they don't count. Well, they don't count. What are chips meat now? No, chips are potatoes. Potato is a vegetable.
But they're cooked in oil. That's
vegetable oil. Vegetable oil. But they don't like. Yes, it should be. Bag of crisps cooked in vegetable oil. It's potato and it's cooked in oil. No, they don't count. These are just people who don't. As long as you're not. There are certain people. As long as you're not enjoying it, then everything's fine.
Well,
this is what it's about. It's about the control of joy. Certain people don't want people to be happy, and they invented the 5 a day because of that. Because if someone came up with 5 a day and it was a really fun thing to do, you know, you were juggling the fruit, and no, that doesn't count. Who have you seen naked but wish you hadn't? Carly.
My grandma.
Your grandma. What happened?
Quite a funny time, actually, in Ireland. I was 14, she took me on holiday, and she went and had a shower. She came out, and not only was she naked, she had a shower cap on too.
Not good. Thanks for sharing, Carly.
Thank you.
Cheers. Who have you seen naked but wish you hadn't? Now, you like to keep your finger on the pulse of showbiz and what's happening, and we have a local story. This is Big Brother, Bianca, girl from Letchworth, exhibitionist.
She is a bit, yeah.
Tell me the story then.
Well, she's a bit raunchy from what I can gather, and is, you know, likes to show herself a little bit. She played a game called Stripped Nude.
Right. Yeah, okay.
So, sorry, it's called Strip Catch, but she stripped nude.
Okay.
So that was the first thing that got her a bit of attention, but she got evicted from the Big Brother house.
You see, that's not like a Big Brother audience, because someone who takes their clothes off, usually, they don't vote them out. So she couldn't have looked that good.
You can't... No, that's a bit mean.
I suppose, though, if you're going to take your clothes off, and you don't want many people seeing it, Channel 5 would be the place to do it. Who was it, Julia?
My sister's hen night. About 7-8 years ago, went to a famous night spot, notorious for male strippers, should we say. And most of them were, quite nice eye candy. One of them, oh my God, no.
Oh,
shouldn't be done at all.
What was the problem?
Well, physique-wise, fine. Not very nice looking, should we say? Bless him.
Right.
So obviously, what he didn't have in facial features, he made up for elsewhere.
Oh, did he? That's how he got the job. Yes.
More than likely. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're probably one of the only people there that was actually looking at his face.
It was difficult. It was difficult.
Just had an embarrassing moment. Can we share? Earlier we were talking about football and David Beckham and whether Gaza was a better player than David Beckham. And you just said to me...
I was looking on Twitter and I said, oh, Gaza's trending on Twitter.
Yeah, well, it turns out that's Gaza.
106 Bob FM.
Looking for who you've seen naked but wish you hadn't. Susan.
I worked at the South Mim Services.
Yeah.
And I was a housekeeper, and we were taught to knock on the door, say housekeeping, knock on the door again, say housekeeping, and then generally it was clear.
Right.
But that day I did that, and as I opened the door and walked in, a man was still asleep in his room. He was on the top of the covers, naked, face down, thankfully, and I just saw a bare bottom, stopped, and kind of then slinked slowly back out. But I had burst in, so I was quite lucky he didn't wake up and turn around to face me. So, which would have been far more terrifying at 16 years old. But, so I just slinked back out of the room and then just carried on my business as to do.
The big news this morning is this Ebola virus. The advice we're being given is not to consume anyone else's bodily fluids. I got that right, didn't that's what they're saying?
Yeah,
because the safest way...
That has the virus.
Yes.
Not just anybody, just people that have the virus.
I think it's a good rule of thumb.
No
consuming somebody's body fluids is something you should maybe avoid. The easiest way to avoid consuming somebody's bodily fluids is to not mock the waiter's accent. When you embarrass yourself and no one else is watching, it's a special kind of embarrassment. This morning, I woke up, I turned this new computer on that I've got, and I grabbed the mouse, I pushed the mouse forward, and the arrow on the screen goes down instead of up. So then I pull the mouse down, and the arrow goes up. I go left, the arrow goes right, I'm just like, oh, I can't work, everything's like round the wrong way, what's going on here? Then I realised it's a cordless mouse and I've got it upside down.
Bob FM.
Who have you seen naked but wish you hadn't? Adam.
One of my best mates.
Oh dear.
He basically said to me, he goes, I'm just going upstairs to get changed. So I was downstairs in his kitchen, and all of a sudden I heard sort of this moaning sound, like, you know, oh, bloody hell. You know what I mean? I thought, what the heck's going on? So I've looked up the stairs, and he's there, hanging on one of them pull-up bars, stark naked, and you could see everything, the love spuds and everything.
Oh dear! Oh, so he works out naked and you had no idea this was his thing?
No, and it was actually affixed to the top of the stairs, so it was, you know, as soon as anyone walked through the door, there he is, on show, so...
Do you reckon he's a bit of an exhibitionist then? He wanted you to catch him?
I don't know, I mean, it seems like it to me. I mean, he was standing there hanging like a Christmas decoration, so...
And you saw the baubles, yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
And so did you say anything to him?
Well, apart from the sort of, my God, what are you doing, man?
Yes.
And he was just like, oh, I was just working out. I didn't know you were going to walk upstairs. And you're like, well, can't you do it in your room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or do it with some pants on.
Well, this is it. I said to him, why are you doing it naked? He sort of said, well, I like to free roam, was his answer.
Right.
So...
his boys don't need a house?
No, exactly.
No. All right, thank you very much, Adam.
Okay.
Is he still your mate?
He is, unfortunately, yeah. But I haven't caught him doing it since.
Oh, well, all right, thank you. Kind of disturbing, that one. What's happening in news?
A bit of a terrifying story for a koala. A koala clung to a car grille for more than 50 miles after being run over on a motorway. Survived the rough ride with only minor injuries. This koala, who they've named Timberwolf, latched onto the vehicle after he was hit in Australia's Queensland state. His only injury after travelling 50 miles clung onto the front of the car was a torn nail, which isn't bad, to be honest.
Well, I don't know. I'd say that's pretty bad.
A torn nail.
What's Bob doing? This really has, well, started to get out of control. It's really easy. I recorded Bob doing something. You tell us what Bob's doing and you get through on the phone and you win cash. Now, we're not playing the game till later on this morning, but here's the sound. If you know, now, I'm just looking, you know when people phone up, we get a readout of all the phone numbers that call. You can just see when we play What's Bob Doing, the thing just goes crazy. We just got this log of actually I can click on there and call them back. Let me just call one of these back and just remind them that the game is coming up. Yeah. Good morning, it's Graham Mack and Amy Stevenson from Bob FM. Who's that?
Oh my God. Of all the times you call me, I'm on the loo.
Who are we?
Heaven.
Who are we talking to?
Mandy from Stevenage.
Mandy.
I've rung you so many times. Don't tell me you're ringing me about what's Bob doing.
No, I'm not. I'm ringing.
Oh, thank God you're not ringing me to ask me what Mandy's doing. You really don't want to know.
Bob's Breakfast.